To be back to the draft board, how they do it in game number one. They'll try and do it in the next series later on. For now, though, we'll throw it back to the analyst desk before we kick back into our Group B games.
Take that puck off, dude.
All right, we had a bit of a scuffle here in the foyer with our new friends, but here with somewhat of a surprising result, at least from what I can tell, with Vici Gaming winning, not just because they didn't look so hot in Game 1, but also we talked about the draft where we said it might look really hard for Vici Gaming to close this game out. But they come back going strong, and they just push through when they have that chance. They say, listen, if we take it long, yeah, we know, too, we're not going to be able to end it, so we're just going to push in when we can. And Syndrin, welcome back. So, I mean, let's start with you down the line. How did you view that game? Vici Gaming, definitely a different side of them than we saw in Game 1.
Yeah, this was really, really impressive for me. Like you said, the thing we've been talking a lot about in this tournament with like win condition and pushing the base, they actually didn't need it. This is a good example of, in a way, a pretty hard to execute lineup, just done very, very well. And if you do it this well, you obviously don't need base-breaking heroes because you have top 5 net worth, then you're probably fine. I don't think top 5 net worth has ever lost in Dota, actually. So they just did very well in their ganks. They utilized the Tusk very well, I think, a lot of the time. As Waga pointed out, Zeus got loads of Bloodstone charges, and it just seemed like they had a really good idea in this game about how far they could push their lineup in the fights with, like, disengaging, re-engaging. I think Hal's Queen of Pain as well in this game was exceptionally good at finding angles. It was very nice to see how he... a lot of the time when players use Sonic Wave, it's you get into position, you cast it, but sometimes you would like blink into odd angles and find like more of I don't know what you could call it, like a diagonal Sonic Wave into the fight where it's very difficult to position yourself for because that's not the direction you're expecting the Sonic Wave to come from. So that was really nice to see.
Yeah, and we'll take a look at one of those fights that Vici Gaming had that turned out very successful for them. But going forward, I mean, Ben, oh yeah, this one, of course, not too long ago from the end of the game, with the Ice Shards also doing a really nice job.
Yeah, there's a big wall here, and you think it's going to go very well for Vici Gaming, but, they got a mech, and they quickly turn it right back around, and next thing you know, everyone gets annihilated, and by that point, Moo just doesn't really have enough on his Ember Spirit to do a lot with his Sleight of Fist, so he just ends up crumbling with the rest of his team, and Vici Gaming really stepped up here. We were all getting a bit nervous about him, but...
I like how they adapted to Newbie's lineup. They expected Newbie to go for a very similar sort of lineup, which they did. A fair amount of early game, fair amount of team fight with the Dragon Knight in the mid to sort of siege towers, and then they responded by just going even more all-in early game and just dominating them early. One of the things that was particularly standing out for me was how poor Ember Spirit